Crushing the meta.
Yes, a big welcome to our channel. We are Team Crushing the Meta, and today we're here with
Soul Traveler.
and Soul Traveler. What's your favorite deck?
Well, it's obvious. I like singing.
Okay,
And if you look at the decks, you come out at Bermuda Triangle.
so it's your favorite deck. It's
Yes.
not Genesis Witches.
Well, I love them, but
You hate them right now.
I kind of hate them indeed right now. I kind of misplayed a card for years, and then finally someone told me, and I was like, nah, now I don't like this anymore.
So you play Bermuda Triangle, and they're
Yeah.
getting a lot of support.
Yeah.
So you're in the hype.
Yeah, I know. I'm really psyched for the new cards and everything that's gonna be around it.
Okay, so we're just gonna go through your deck profile because you play some different cards, which is interesting. And we have a special playmat for the
Yeah.
Link Joker players, and they know because of the new supports. So yeah, let's just go through your deck. Show us the deck really fast as you can, and then we will explain the cards.
Yeah. At first, my grade 0.
Don't look at me like that.
Oh, just shut up. At first, my starter, Wholehearted Dream Meru Meru.
What's the name?
Yes, I know. I love those names. 4 times. Well, I'm gonna do it like this. Miracle Voice Lauris.
Yes.
Grade 3. And 3 times Sparkle in Her Heart Spica. That's just my grade 3 lineup. Put it over there.
So 7 grade 3s.
Yeah.
Okay.
7 grade 3s. At first, duo white crystal Rika. 2 times, 3 times. The oh so lovely Emilia.
Emilia.
All love Emilia. 3 times the grade 2 Spica. And a 10k vanilla. Afternoon Tea Party Convert. Oh, I just love those names.
If you guys already know, I play Spy Brothers, so this is like the clan that I would never be able to play. Just look at the names.
Like totally the opposite.
Yep.
Oh, I just love them.
And my Spy Brothers just lose against this clan. I don't know why.
We went like 2-0. Oh wait, 2-1.
Yep.
And I beat him really hard.
We will try to film one of our games. So,
When I beat him.
when he beats me.
For the grade 0, the Stride Fodder 4
Grade
times.
0, yeah.
Grade 0, grade 1. Whoa, good morning. 2 times Shizuki. The 8k Vanilla.
Interesting choice.
Oh, there's my another grade 3.
Oh, so you play
I
8.
play it 4 times.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, this is so bad.
It's just
2
embarrassing.
times Duro Clear Power Sakura.
I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it at that. I will never. I will not start a new video. We'll just keep this in there.
Oh, shut up.
Just.
And for PGs, the Unflipper. For my grade 0 lineup, I play 3 different heal triggers. The new from the Fighters collection and 2 older ones.
Yeah, and the reason is Olivia.
Olivia. 4 stand triggers
Yep.
and 2 other stand triggers.
6 stands.
Yep. 4 Lauris crits and 2 different kind of crits. Well, the same name, but different.
Different arts. Okay.
Yeah.
So 6 crits, 6 stands, 4 heals.
Yeah.
No draws, not needed.
No, I don't need draws. I don't play them. I don't like them.
Do you deck out?
No, never actually.
Interesting.
Well, if my games are like half an hour, then I will get deck out, but it will be
course.
okay, of course.
So let's go into their grade 3s. I've seen people play 7 grade 3s. You play 8. For strike consistency and because she's good as well. to have as a
Yeah,
rare guest.
Spica is really good. I also love her. I love the artwork. But my main focus is Lauris. I always
Okay.
want to get Lauris because actually of her stride skill.
Mhm.
You use a stride and then you counterblast and then you can draw a card if you return a unit to your hand, which
Yep.
is really good. And her GB skill of her own is also really good. If she is in Harmony, 2 units get plus 5,000 and she gets a crit of her own.
Okay. So you can also give the 5,000 to her as well. 2 units.
Yeah,
Okay. Interesting.
because it's
And-
only 2 units, so
Yep.
it's not specific rear guards.
Nope. And this card is the one that you want to have as Regard. So there are 2 kind of speakers. You have the grade 3 and the grade 2 speakers, which look alike, of course. And they have like almost the same skill,
Yep.
right?
But with her, you can also, if she is in harmony, you can put another unit that's also in harmony back into your hand for a counter blast and a soul blast,
Yep.
and put it back onto the field.
Okay. So you can call anything from your hand, right? Not just the card that you...
No.
Okay.
Choose up to one card from your hand and call it to the rear guards.
Interesting. Okay, so and then you have the grade 2 lineup, which is like the combo lineup, I think. The grade 2 is
We're
just
gonna
where...
put these away.
Yep.
Of course, for Spikas,
Mm-hmm.
her skill, just a counter blast if she's boosted is GB1. You can put a rear guard back into your hand and call it back to the field.
Yep.
Not an open rear guard, just call it to the rear guard and
Yep.
it gets plus 3k. It goes really well with Amelia. If you put her back into the hand, counter blast, and you can call her and you get a card into your hand.
Yep.
And she also has resist, which makes her really good because people really hate Amelia and really want to retire her. So if you put her like in the back row, she mostly won't get away.
This is the card if you play this deck right and you like have enough counter blasters to use. This is the card that gives you all the pluses. But remember, she costs a counter blast, she costs a counter blast, your strike skill costs a counter blast. So you have to be very smart about playing paying your counter blasters.
That's why I also play 2 duo white crystal Rikas. If she returns to the hand, you do a soul charge and you can put a damage face card up. So you actually can use your counter blast for something else.
Yep.
And I just love the art, and
There are 2 different arts.
there are indeed 2 different arts, but I like this one a little bit more. So
Okay.
I have the other one, but this one is prettier. And the 10k vanilla, just for the extra power.
It's a good target to ride. And you don't really have a lot of other grade 2s that you really want to play. Like, there are a lot of options in this deck, but
No.
most of them cost counter blast, or you could combo them very well. But in this format, the 10k vanillas are very good, especially against like clans like Aquaforce,
No.
clans that want to rush you.
Well, because my other grade 2s are like more rearguard skills,
Yep.
it's handy to have a 10k vanilla. You can use it on your Vanguard.
Yep. Always
And-
nice to ride.
If you have like a grade 2 and if the opponent is attacking you with grade 2s,
Yep.
you can counter them.
Yep.
Then my grade 0 again.
Yeah.
Grade 1 lineup. Just 8k vanilla. Also,
So
I
this
wanna
is
start.
something that me myself haven't seen played in a while. So 8k vanillas. Why do you play them?
Also because of the art. I really like a lot of art from the cards. That's why I also collect a lot of art cards that I really like. And it's just also just for the power. Because I think Bermuda sometimes in the early games lacks a little bit power. And then I want just that slightly little bit more power. And this is going to give me it.
It's the same with the 10k actually. When you go, especially if you go first and you ride her, normally your opponent will call like 7ks or call their starter behind, not the Vanguard but the other way, and they will try to attack you. But if you have an 8k, that plan would not work. They would have to leave the starters behind the Vanguard,
No.
or they can't call any more rear guards because that's not enough. So these are very good, very handy, but you do need to draw them and to rise them, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 10k vanillas are more effective, of course, but the 8ks are actually the same. That's why they are not played anymore, because they only help if you go first.
No.
But also as a rear guard, if you have this as a rear guard, your opponent cannot kill it that easy. So it's very good.
And it's also just a good booster.
Yep.
Second, my Shizuki is just really handy if you have like GB1, because it's a GB1 skill. Once a turn, you can just put it like beyond one other unit that's in harmony, or just put her on a rearguard circle and put one other unit in front of it. You can look at the top 5 cards, and just if there's a grade 3 in it, you can put it in your hand, and it just costs only being in harmony.
Yep.
Then the weaker ones, Duo Clear Parasol Kura. She's actually good in combination with, let me search her, with grade 2, because these needs a Soul Blast, and with this card I can Soul Charge. and I don't really have other cards that can soul charge. Only the crit trigger from Lauris, but then I need to have the crit trigger
in hand, yep.
indeed, and on the field. And with these, I'm more secure, and I can do a lot of counter charges with it.
Yep, which is very important in this deck.
Because it's counterblast heavy.
Yep. A counterblast in this deck means to draw an extra card or to have an extra attack.
Yeah.
That's what it means. And sometimes you have to choose between drawing a card and making more attacks
or attacks indeed.
Yeah, and with these, because they could just reset your counterblasts, so get you enough card charges to do more. And them, like only 5k, it's alright. Because normally you lose your starter very fast, like on your first right turn to get your combo going. Because also you have like 3 damage to work with, or maybe 4, which is not enough sometimes to make the combos. So that's why you will lose her very fast. She goes into the soul, which is very good. And then you could call this behind your Vanguard if needed, if the power is not enough. But also you can call it behind the rear guard. I mean, with Spica as a grade 3, still 16 column, which is very good. She gets even more power if needed.
And you still need to sacrifice a 10k guard.
Yeah, and of course they will also get back to your hand with cards like Olivia and other cards. So you could just reuse them again if needed. Yeah. The same with this card. This card is so good because you can just reuse it again and again and again.
Yep, but you just need to go back to your hand.
Yep.
Then my 4 PGs.
Of course, the counter charge one.
The counter charge one because it's a counter blast heavy deck.
Yep.
And then my stride fodder.
Okay.
Well, that's my grade 1 lineup.
Oh, not grade 0?
No, not grade 0 this time. We will go to that now. I play 3 different heals. I love these arts. That's why I actually have them. Mm-hmm. And actually also for my grade 4 Olivia, because you need different cards with different names to put them back in your hand. But I will come to that later.
We have talked about these. Crushing the Meta made a video on the Fighter Collection cards, and me myself didn't agree on the skill of this card. When you guard with the right grade G Guardian, you can discard a card and draw a card. That is really not needed in this deck. It should have been like a counter charge skill or a soul charge skill. Even a soul charge would have been better, or putting cards from the drop zone back to your deck. But just the draw and discard is not needed because you don't play any draw triggers and you need all your combo pieces. I mean, even the 10Ks and the 8Ks are really needed in this deck. So, and your grade 3s are very good. Like Spikas are good to attack with as rear guard. So there is almost no reason to draw and discard in this deck.
Because you draw so many already.
Yeah.
It could indeed be a counter charge or a soul charge that would be a little bit better.
Yep.
But if you have like a situational bad hand, then you can just recycle your hand. And
of course.
Then it will come in hand. Then I play 2 stand triggers. I'm not quite sure about these yet. I'm like trying different things, like putting them in and putting them out of my deck. But sometimes these can just recycle your hand and just put extra cards into your soul, which I need for the soul blast to counter charge. And you also give 1 unit plus 2k, but this unit also needs to be in harmony. Then I play the 4 stand triggers, another 4 stand triggers. Dreamer Kirk.
What's the name? What a name.
I always play clans with long names.
Yeah, I know.
Well, she also has the she also has the harmony ability and also a GB1 skill. If this unit is in harmony and you boost a unit, you can just put this one back into your deck and you can bounce a card.
At the end of the battle, yeah.
At the end of the battle, indeed. You can put it back into your hand and just on the field and you create another new attack.
Yep. Just like the Spikas, just get the card back to your hand and call something else.
Only you not get a power boost from these.
Nope.
But it's just a strong card on its own. It only costs returning back to the deck.
Yep.
And that's okay.
And sometimes you think it's only 4k. I mean, if you boost the Spica grade 3, well, you will come off 15k. If you boost the grade 2, it would be 13, which is not a good number. But remember, there are cards like your starter that could help out to make the right columns, which will give you like the 16, 17 column, better columns, and not the 13, 14, 15 columns.
Well, it's just really good. You can create another attack.
Yep.
And the opponent also has to use cards from his hand or take damage.
And if you have enough counterblasters to work with, like you can do your whole combo before the Olivia turn, like you have the Olivia turn, and you attack first with your rare guys, you boost things back to your hand, and you call them again, and then you attack with the Olivia, and you get everything back to your hand, and you still call cards like these, like Spica, this one, which will create even more attacks. So you could do before and after the Olivia attack, still get more attacks out of it.
If I can remember right, I can make like 8 attacks in one turn.
Yep.
Well, it will be not big numbers, but still a lot of attacks.
Yep.
Well, that's my lineup for so far. I also play 2 crits. I really like the art of these. That's why I have put them in. It's a duo Grampus turn Shannon. It's the dark and white light, and I just like how they be in the water with their orca and just the art makes me so happy.
It
if I
doesn't
draw
make me
them,
happy.
well, it doesn't need you to be happy. If I'm happy, then it's okay.
All right.
Yeah, let's go on. And of course, the last 4 crit triggers, the Lauris crit trigger.
Also, we will be doing a box opening on that.
Yeah, I will buy 2 boxes, so,
so
I'm really psyched about the new cards that's coming out, and I hope I can get an SP pack.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I don't actually play any SP cards.
Yep.
That would be really...
Look at this. These are good SP cards.
Be gone. I will wash you away. For my starter, Wholehearted Dream Meruru. I just also love the art of it, like I already said. I love a lot of arts. She's just really good. If she is, it's also a Harmony ability and a GB1. If you like have her behind your Vanguard and you stride Olivia, you can just put her into the soul, counter charge, and then for the rest of the turn your whole front row gets plus 3k.
Yep.
Like just a little bit of extra power you need for your attacks. Now for my stride deck, I play 5 G Guardians.
Yep.
2 from the new Fighters collection. It's a GB1, so you can't use it like on your first G Guardian. Flip a G Guardian, and then for every 2 cards in hand, you get a shield plus 5k. And then if you just need a little bit extra shield, you can counterblast and get 5k shield extra.
Yep.
Which sometimes I already use, so they come in handy. Well, you also need to flip someone, of course. That's why I play these 3. Sailor Medley Nasha. Well, you probably know her already. Just show a card with the same grade on the field and she gets plus 5k. Hand in Hand Leona, get a card from your field back into your hand, and if you call the same card to the G Guardian circle, that unit gets plus 5k. And of course the new file from the Fighters collection. I don't use the skill too much. Actually, I never have been using it because I don't need to use that skill. It's just a recycle skill, discard a card, get a new one. I already do that enough in my deck, but because of the art, I just always come back to the art.
Yeah. And when I played the deck, I actually missed the second Leona. I wanted you to have like 2, like take this guy out for a second one, because this card is very good. Like you can bounce back an Emilia and draw an extra card. It could do a lot, especially like your cards when they go back to your hand. A lot of them have a skill, but he could become handy. But I would advise you to use second one. But I mean, if you're talking about the art, I do understand like playing him or it or she, whatever this card is.
It's just a Cray elemental, but it's like windy and water. Oh, don't throw my cards away. It's like windy and watery, and I think it fits in my deck.
So people, that's just how this guy is. It's just windy and why. Yeah, okay. Let's go
I'm
back
just
to the deck.
windy and what? Well, those were my G Guardians.
Yep.
Oh, you really needed to do that?
Yeah, I needed to do that. It's a character video. What do you expect?
Yeah, true. Okay, I give you that.
if it was just a deck profile, then it was different.
Then it would be lame.
Yeah, it would be lame. That's why we do these character videos.
Of course. Olivia.
Yep.
You really, really want her in your Bermuda deck.
There is no good Bermuda deck without an Olivia.
No, indeed. Like when I got these cards, I was like, oh my god, Olivia, she's so amazing. She's so good for a counterblast and a persona flip, so you always need 2 of them.
Yep.
But her skill, you can like put units on your field, and then if they have different names, that's why I also play a lot of cards with different names.
Yep.
You can put up to 5 back into your hand, and if 3 of them have different names, she self gets an extra crit, and you can also call 2 units on different rows. So you can create a whole new column.
Yep.
Like if you only put back 3 cards and leave 1 behind, and you get like a stand trigger, you create even more attacks.
Yep.
And she's just simply amazing. Just
There are a lot of different combos you could do with Olivia.
Yeah.
Such a good card. It's
Yeah.
one of the best strides in the game. Just has a crits. Doesn't get power by herself, but that's not needed because your opponent will definitely guard her.
But you have to use a perfect guard or a G guardian,
Yep.
or else you get 2 damage.
Yep.
And you don't want that.
Nope.
And I also am very lucky by pulling crits, so it will be a lot more.
Yep.
Then I play 3 times. Celebrate Voice Lauris. She also has the Harmony ability, but for this one, you also need to have all your units in Harmony if you want to use the skill properly.
Yep.
You can play her like first and then be like, oh, I play Amelia first, and then use her skill to put Amelia back. You can immediately draw a new card.
From Emilia.
From Amelia, indeed.
Yes. Immediately draw a card from Emilia.
Well, that's a good one.
Yep. So it's these kind of cards, like if I talk about Kagura because that's more known clan.
No.
Like you have the Blade Master Titan, which also get the crit and retire something. This is the same. It's an act ability. You can call some of your units. It does cost you a Counterblast, which is a bit heavy in this deck. If this was like just a Soul Blast, that would be perfect, or just an Unflip. But I do understand this card costing a Counterblast because the skill is very good. You get a crit, give unit extra 5Ks, 3 units, and also being able to put cards from the field back to your hand.
Yeah.
It's very good. Like you can put one for each one.
For each face up in your G zone.
Yeah. So
like I don't use her right from the start because it's also a GB2 one.
Yep.
I normally stride to the next one I'm gonna show you. Where is she? Normally I use Fluffy Ribbon Somni first. Then I can get like the GB1, I will explain her later. So I can step over to Olivia and then go to Celebrate Voice Lauris. Then I have the GB2 and enough GBs face up to get all my rear guards and always back to my fun thing is if I can't stride, she the Great Tree kinda has the same ability. I can give 2 units plus 5k and she's herself get a crit.
Yep.
So that comes in very handy.
It's almost the same skill, yeah.
Yeah, only this one's better, of course.
Yeah, it's a great 4.
Then my first stride, Fluffy Ribbon Somni. Just when she hits, and most of the times the first stride is going to get through, you can bounce a card and give that unit plus 3k. It's just really easy to use. Only you need to hit. And further it costs nothing. Then just for some flipping for Celebrate Voice Lauris, Flying Mermaid Frederica. She also has the Harmony ability. I don't use her. Then one other one from the new Fighters collection. It's also a Cray Elemental. I haven't been using him since I don't need him, so I also use him as an unflipper. But I just also love the art, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, always come back to the art.
The new set, I think he will be
Replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the new strides is going to be, and it's maybe just a fill up for now.
Yeah, so it's like he will be 1 month in and then he will be out.
Out with a new win. And then of course my last one, the GB8 one. Just look how I was figuring that out. She looks so alike like Spica.
I think she's a Spica, yeah.
No, that's why I was figuring, why didn't they name her Spica?
She has different eyes color.
Yeah, indeed, but the hair, only the eyes are different.
Yes.
That's so, I'm really disappointed. I would love to see that. But further ado, She's just amazing. Only if you get like stand triggers with her, the stand triggers are wasted.
Yep.
Because after the battle, you can discard a card and return all of your units. They have to return to your hand and call 5 new ones, but they all get plus 5k.
Also, the bad thing about her is that if you get triggers, even if it's critical triggers, draw triggers you don't play in this, but like critical triggers, the power and the crits, you can't give them anyway, because the units will bounce back to your hand. It could be better, like if you get to put cards back to your hand when she attacks and then call new ones, but I think that they made the card right. Like there are a lot of cards that could, when your Vanguard attack, they could like defeat flare you or something, but with this card, they go, you also get your drive check, so you can call units from the drive check. Let's say, yeah, so that's very good, because sometimes when you go into GB8, you don't really have a very strong hand. So you can call anything you have in your hand, you attack with it, then attack with her, get all the units after the attack back to your hand, and call a good new fuel.
Yeah.
So the skill is very good.
That's a good thing, because it's after the drive check.
Yeah.
And then if you drive check just really good cards, you can just immediately use them. Immediately.
So yeah. So I think we have everything right now.
Yeah.
Like the G zone, the deck, the stride deck. So let's go back to you, of course.
No. Why?
Soul Traveler. What's the name?
Yeah, that's my name.
Yeah, because normally I call you something else. Yeah, also known by Jeffrey. So GS. So the deck profile, the deck as it is, the new support coming out. I've seen a lot of hype. Don't play it because of the hype. You already played it because of the art, the cards. You enjoy the clan as it is.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of the new players that are starting to play the clan just because how cute the cards are, or because they think, oh, some of the skills are too good, but they don't really have love for the clan, they're just interested in the art, or you know what I mean? Like that.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so what do you think of that? Do you have an advice, or did you hate that fact, or do you think, well, it's alright, I mean, let people play whatever they want? Or
yeah, I mostly think about that. Just if you just love to play a clan, like mostly I play this because of the singing and the water types and just of the art.
You sing yourself, right?
I sing. Myself. I'm a singer.
Okay.
I'm not like professional. I'm not pursuing it for my job. I just love to doing it.
Okay.
And swimming and singing is two of my favorite things to do. And it suits with Bermuda Triangle, so it fits me perfectly. Also the bouncing and drawing cards and having a big card advantage.
Yep.
Makes me really good at guarding. That's something I hear a lot. I'm really good at guarding.
Yep. This is I think he's the best player that could survive like with. Sometimes he has like only 3 cards in his hand, and you think, oh, this would be definitely a final turn, but could like intercept at the right time, guard at the right time. I mean, I've seen a lot of good players, but he has a talent for it. I don't know how, but he could guard very good, especially with the Genesis deck. That was just insane how good he could guard.
Please stop about it.
But yeah, I think Genesis also will be getting support. So
I would love to have the new support especially from the Genesis Witches.
Yep.
But now now I can't see you. Well, especially now with the new support that's from Witches is coming out, I'm really excited for it. Like, I'm gonna rebuild my deck and try new things because I'm really kind out of it and I haven't touched it for a while. But with the new support, I hope it will be a lot better. It's getting a lot of new powers, new skills, new cards.
It's also fun to play the deck again because you have like more things to try out and to change the deck a bit, because Witches like had no support in the last sets.
It was a little bit underestimated.
Yeah. So I think that they deserve some kind of a new support. And of course, Bermuda's, we will be uploading. So this is just like a character video, but we will be doing a deck profile on the Bermuda, like with the new support, and also a box opening, which would be amazing. I think most of you guys already like to see that. Of course, If we get an SP pack, that would be also perfect.
Oh, I would love that. I don't have any SP, so it would be really cool. And also with the new Chow Chow Bermudas, I will also buy 2 trial decks so
Yep.
to have a complete deck, and then I will also do a deck profile about it.
Yeah, of course. So there is a lot of things to... we also have another Bermuda Triangle in our team in Crushing the Meta,
Yeah.
which we will also be seeing doing deck profiles. Maybe we could do a mirror match between Bermudas. Because Bermudas against Spike Brothers is never a success for me. Like, my Spikes always
I
like
have
to...
beat him really good.
Yeah, I don't know what the reason is, but my Spike Brothers just...
Because my Bermudas are more awesome.
No, because they're just like, they're not thinking about the game plan, they're thinking
I'm
about
just simply
something else.
amazing.
So yeah, thanks for the deck profile.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely see you back with more openings, deck profiles, and yeah, more combo videos maybe.
Yeah, of course you will.
Yeah, so thanks guys for watching, and until next time.
Bye.